So my role as a lecturer is really good fun. I absolutely love it. So at the moment I am a lecturer in events, tourism and hospitality. So that means I teach across that whole subject area. So I have a number of different modules that range from things like visitor experience, visitor attraction, to event impact and legacy, live hospitality, and then a number of live event modules as well. So I help run our now live festival management module and our live client module as well, which our fourth years run in their final year. So I have a number of different responsibilities across those, and then there's everything else that goes with it. It very much keeps me busy. It's not just about the teaching, which again is not something that I really realised when I was a student. I was just like, oh, they just know everything and they just teach us and it's great. No, there's a lot more to it, but it's great. I really enjoy it, and it's a great opportunity. It's absolutely crazy that I am lecturing students on the same course that I studied. I just find it wild, to be quite honest. And I'm working in a team that were my lecturers when I was at uni. So it's very much full circle. It feels crazy, but it's also really cool and I really like it. I'm very proud of it. So I actually first of all applied to study media at RGU, and then I took a year out from school because I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And in that time I kind of found events. I started volunteering at a multi-arts venue and just started thinking like, this really kind of fits my skills, my personality, and lo and behold, there was a course here at RGU that specialised in events management. I thought, yeah, that's definitely the one for me. The vocational side of it, the fact that you got to actually organise events and go out into industry. We had to do a full portfolio of event experience, and I just thought it's going to be really good fun whilst building on something that I know I enjoy, and I hope I'm kind of good at, whilst also learning the kind of management skills as well, because it wasn't just specific to events. So that was really, I really liked the fact that I could get both of those. So I always wanted to be a radio presenter. I actually used to volunteer at hospital radio, and I just always thought that was something I'd want to do. And then as I started to discover events through the year out that I took, and then the course at RGU, I really wanted to go into sport event management, more so extreme sports, like big kind of crazy events. It hasn't happened yet, but we never know. So I think there's three kind of key projects and events that I worked on that I really remember quite well. So there was the RGU Go India project, the Aberdeen Student Festival, which is a third year module actually that we do as students, and you organise a 3-day festival across the city in Aberdeen, and we actually won an award for that year, which was amazing. It was really good fun, kind of like cultural arts heritage festival. And then I was also involved in the visit when Prince Harry came to visit RGU and Street Sport. I was involved in organising that from the Street Sport side because I used to volunteer for that initiative as well. So the RGU Go India project was part funded by the RGU Alumni and Foundation team, and we're so grateful that we were able to kind of work with them, and they were happy to support the project. We did do quite a lot of fundraising for the project as well. But having that support from the team and that kind of monetary donation was really helpful to getting us to where we could be, and getting us out there. So it was, much appreciated. I think it's still very much appreciated from all of us because it was such a great opportunity. So it was a kind of 9-month process from getting selected through to going to India. So you had to apply and interview and do a presentation and all this kind of stuff, and you got selected to go, kind of be a part of the group. And it was about 9 months lead up to organising, planning, fundraising. And I think there was about 8 of us from RGU across multidisciplinary courses. So there was 2 of us from events, 2 from journalism, media, sports science, and a couple of other courses. And we organised a kind of health and wellbeing sports initiative within schools in a place called Manipal in India. And we spent about a month out there kind of developing, implementing and evaluating the initiative. And then we spent a week in Mumbai kind of sharing what we'd done with other like-minded kind of facilities and universities and schools and groups, and kind of reflecting on it and sharing the process. And it was honestly one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. I didn't really have a job lined up post-graduation. When I was coming to the end of my studies, a job in the student recruitment team here at the university came up, organising their recruitment events. Applied for that, lucky enough to get it, and from there I moved into the actual events team here at the university as well. It was never planned, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was kind of one of those stereotypical students that was just kind of going out into the big bad world. But I was really lucky to get those positions, and one of them was full-time and then led into the part-time events position in the actual events team, which I then undertook alongside my master's degree, which I ended up coming back to the university for as well. I never thought I would start a master's. I didn't even want to come to university when I was younger, so that's part of the reason why I took a year out from school, because I was just thinking, I'll just see what's out there, I'll see what opportunities kind of come to me. I've applied to uni, but it's there in the background, I'll see what happens. And by the time I got to the end of my 4th year and these jobs were kind of coming up, I was like, just kind of thinking to myself, I could continue on, or I could see where these lead me. But at the time, because they were fixed term roles, I thought, well, I may as well kind of expand my knowledge, see what else I can learn. And that's why I undertook the International Tourism and Hospitality Management Masters here at RGU, just to kind of further what I'd already been doing, whilst kind of remaining within the same kind of subject area. I did look at Sports Management Masters, but there's just something about this place that kind of drew me in. So no, it was never planned, but I'm really glad I did do it. At Brown-Forman, I was the events and hospitality supervisor for 3 different distilleries that were in Aberdeenshire and Moray. And that role basically entailed organising trips for anyone and everyone, really. They were largely international guests, high net worth individuals, or like brand team members from other kind of strands of the organisation coming to visit our distilleries. And I basically organised their visit from the second they arrived in the airport to the moment they got back on the plane. And that would be things like their accommodation, their travel, their activities, the kind of tours and visits that they were doing. And within that, I then also looked after the on-site accommodation. So a lot of them would stay on site at our distilleries, and I would look after those houses and make sure that they were kind of up to scratch, basically. So it was very cool. It was a lot of good fun. I really enjoyed working in that industry, and I got to meet a lot of very cool and interesting people. So it was great. I think the passion for tourism just comes from traveling. I absolutely love traveling. It's something I've been quite lucky to do a lot of over the years. I just love the notion of like destination development and customer experience and how that all ties in. I kind of hate the phrase, but like I'm a culture vulture. I love museums, I love exhibitions, and I love doing that at home, like kind of in Scotland and in the UK, but also doing those things abroad as well, and just seeing what's out there and kind of engaging with culture and history and heritage. And yeah, I think as well, throughout the master's degree, we had some amazing lecturers that were just really passionate about the tourism industry. And that definitely rubs off on you when you see kind of what they've done and their knowledge and their skills. And I just thought, okay, yeah, I really like this. This is not something I'd really considered. I'd always thought I would go into events and that would be kind of my career plan. But yeah, the kind of love for the tourism industry and the wider industry definitely took me kind of by surprise. But when I think about my past and, when I was younger and traveling and stuff, I don't know why I didn't see it sooner, to be honest.